ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ नमः श्रीशङ्करानन्द गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलासमहामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे। See friends, yesterday we were seeing a question. Because as an example to Ishakaryam Jiva Bhogyam, the Jiva who superimposes his Bhogya Buddhi on the Jagat, and then it was said that how on the same Jagat is viewed, like a diamond example was given. So if you get it, you are happy. If you don't get it, you are angry. And third person is na kupyati, na feels happy. Neither he gets angry nor feels happy because of the diamond, because he is neutral. Na hrishyati, na kupyati. So Jiva's creation, how he example is given, how he creates different things, same creation, different Jivas see differently. How is that? Example is given, Bharya, Snusha, Nananda cha Yata, Mata iti anekada pratiyogitaya yoshit vidyatena swarupataha. One woman is there. So same woman is wife, daughter-in-law, daughter, like that, different. So the example is seen, woman is seen, divided in and seen by many. Yoshit vidyate. This is a thing. The woman vidyate is differentiated as a mother, wife, daughter-in-law, daughter, etc. Now the question was asked was, Nano jnanani vidhyantam akarastu na vidyate yoshid vapushiti shayo na drushtaha jiva nirmitaha. In the woman's body, jiva nirmitaha, which is created by jiva, additional specifications are not seen. Atishayo na drushyate. Woman is seen as woman only. How can you say the woman is differentiated? The knowledge of the woman may be varying from person to person, but he says, Yoshit Vidyate is not correct. Iti chet, doubt. Woman is one. How can you differentiate her? So, iti chet, Then the answer is given in 26th verse, which we have to study. What is that? मैवं मां समयी योषित काचिदन्या मनोमयी मां समय्या अभेदेपि भिद्यते हि मनोमयी मैवं मां समयी योषित काचिदन्या मनोमयी मां समय्या अभेदेपि भिद्यते हि मनोमयी. Now Vidyaranya in 26th verse says, no, you can talk about internal or mind projected universe, right? See, ma evam mamsamayi yoshit kachid anya manomai. Mamsamayi yoshit. No, see, don't like ma evam. Don't think like that. What the doubt? That yoshit differentiated. No, we are not talking about that. There are two perceptions. One is mamsamayi yoshit, the woman with her flesh and blood standing there. Second one is Manomayi. Manomayi, the woman who is related in the mind as a mother. So it's a mind making. In the mind, somebody's mind, the woman is mother. Somebody's mind, the woman is sister. So it is Manomayi. So every perception. So what it says is that we can talk about internal or mind projected universe. Mind projected universe, right? Why? Because perceptions are varying. So therefore here is very clearly says that, my dear, mamsamaya abhedeyapi vidhyatehi manomayi. This is very important. So two perceptions are there. Whatever we see, one is the physical side of it. Other is the mental understanding of the perception of the object. So mamsamaya abhedeyapi, even though there is no difference in the woman as say physical woman, manomayi, the mental understanding of the object, differs from person to person. It can be anything. It can be anything. It can be pot, it can be table, it can be anything. Any vastu you take, there are two perceptions. One is the physical side of it. Other is what? Mental side of it. Beautiful thing. So one is external bahya prapancha, made up of the 5 elements, made up of flesh, blood, object to any person you take, in the case of an available woman. And when you are perceiving the object, there is a mental image also formed about that object. So Vishaya Akara Vritti takes place. Tadakara Vritti we say. Vishaya Akara Vritti, Tadakara Vritti. Whatever Vishaya is there, Tadakara Vritti takes place in the mind. So therefore, even though the Bahya pot, external pot is same, but different people observe the pot. So in each mind, the observation of the pot is different from individual to individual. So different individuals generate different pots in their minds. Think. So there are two women. One is Bahya woman, other is Manomayi woman. Both are available. So therefore, as many observers of the woman, so many mental women are formed. Woman is an example taken. You can take a man, you can take what, you can take any object you can take. Different perceptions are created. As many observers, so many perceptions. This one sloka is there. Akarma it ends like Munde Munde Matir Bhinna. Subhashitam. Munde Munde, in each head, Matihi, opinions Bhinna. Each head carries an opinion. Each head carries a perception, a mental image. So therefore, attributes are not added to external woman. What I am telling, when I said the mother, wife, or sister, daughter-in-law, daughter, etc., these are all attributes not added to the physical woman. Physical woman remaining the same. They are all created by the mind of the individuals within. Within in their minds, whoever is seeing it, they create so many perceptions. Therefore, it is said very clearly in Vedanta, we say that there are two things, yatha srushti, tata drushti, yatha drushti, tata srushti. See, yatha srushti, tata drushti is impossible for us to see creation as it is. Jiddu Krishnamurti emphasizes it, that just see as it is, without your notions, without any thought intervention, without any only initial thought of perception is there. The thought is not further developed, projected, created, many twists and turns. It's a great sadhana. Perception not followed by projection. Like when Ramana Maharshi, even Tapon Maharaj you take, Ramana Maharshi you take, when they sit quietly and look into the space, and you look into their eyes, there is emptiness. There used to be one a great tapaswini. Her father was a big story. I'm not going to tell all that. Ramana Maharshi devotee, his daughter. So she also used to go, and she became Avadhut. She never used to talk, absolutely maunam. Sometimes she talks, very rarely. So we used to go and have her darshan. She also happens to be the cousin of Swamini Sharada Priyananda, who Amma, who is not no more physically, but great devotee of Gurudev, Sharadamma, we used to say, her cousin only. Because she only told me, the Avadhuta only told me, or I didn't know. She how is she and all that. She very few words of that woman of few words, and absolutely established in Ramana philosophy, and just in herself she is established herself in herself. She became quite old. She is no more. Attained samadhi. So when sometimes we go in the evening time to ashram there. Not a pomp and show, a very house, just big house. Some people are there to take care of that Amma. No spiritual talk, lecture, baje, kuch nahi. If they want to have darshan, they used to go and sit quietly in front of her. She would just glance, that is enough. In her eyes, I used to see her emptiness. Meaning there is only perception. She is seeing you, but not projecting. There is no projections afterwards. Most of the days she would go to she used to stay in a city place, a small place, not city, small place next to a city, on the seashore. The village itself is on the seashore. So every day they would take her in a car from ashram to seashore, about 1 kilometer away. She would sit on the one particular spot on the seashore, and just she watches the sea, space above the sea, waves rising, waves falling. She never used to talk anybody. If anybody comes and stands in front of her to put offer namaskar, she would say, move, move. So devotees are there, 2, 3 people. So they would say no. But she used to see emptiness alone. I am talking about sadhana point of view. But what is happening? Therefore, Jagat yadha srishti tata drishti is not possible. Not possible is very tough. If you see yatha srishti, then you see Brahman alone. Essentially, everything is Brahmamayam. We are not able to see it because our mind is full of vasanas. Any vastu immediately superimpose either like or dislike or neutrality. So here Vijnana Muni says, woman is one, we are not dividing her. Attributes, we are not adding any attributes to the external woman, but we are adding attributes to the internal mind. So as many observers are there, so many perceptions of this Jagat. Okay, this is the answer. So Manomaya and Bahyamayi. Now, Purapakshi means planted by Vidyaranya Muni only, for our clarity. Another question is raised. Based on this answer alone, another question is raised. What is that? Bhranti swapna manorajya smrutishvastu manomayam jagranmanena me yasya namanomayate chet. Bhranti swapna manorajya smrutishvastu manomayam jagranmanena me yasya namanomayate chet. So listen carefully. Further doubt is raised. We are actually entering into Advaita's epistemology, very deep. Vritti Vyapti, Phala Vyapti, all those things. Vidyaranya says, asking question. A Purapakshi is asking question. He says, no, you can talk. Purapakshi says. Vidyaranya only is raised the question. The question is this. See, you can talk about a mental projection. Okay. When will you talk about mental projection? Only when the external universe is absent. Suppose you take Jagrat Avastha and Swapna Avastha. In waking plane, the Jiva is experiencing practically the entire Jagrat Jagat in front of him. He sees, he smells, he tastes, he touches. So, he is able to experience the Jagrat world in waking plane. So, it is actually in front of the Jiva. When the Vastu is actually in his friend, he need not project the Vastu, no? There is no need for mental projection. Then when will you project? The question is asked, this is the Purvapakshi's analysis. Only when the external object is absent, then alone I will have to project an internal world. So when the external world is not there, every individual will project their own internal world. Conditions are given. When is it possible? All that it is said. So therefore, you cannot talk, Purvapakshi says, both the external world and internal world coexisting. How can they coexist? When I am in waking plane, I am not in dream state. Because dream state is a projected world. When do I project? Because I am away from waking plane. So when waking plane is present in front of me, there is no need for me to project a Swapna world. No need to project. So now you are telling a woman is there and two attributes are simultaneously existing. One is physical, other is Manomaya. So therefore he says that I will not agree. So when sense organs are absent, meaning so are not perceiving the world outside, then the mind has got the ability to project. Only when you are not seeing the rope, then only you can project snake on it. Because rope is there maybe, but sense organs are not seeing it, and the rope is not seen by sense organs. So sense organs are not reporting the rope. And therefore my mind projected snake over it. And the snake is Manomayi. It is existing in the mind. It is not existing outside. So why I projected, when I'm seeing rope, there is no need for me to project the snake. Similarly, dream. When dream is there, and when I'm unable to see the Jagrata Avastha, then only dream world is projected. When as long as I'm seeing the Jagat, waking Jagat, there is no necessary for me to create Manomaya Prapancha, mental world. Therefore, when actual woman is perceived, when actually physical woman is there, when Yoshit is available, woman is available, how can you talk about Manomaya Yoshit? Two perceptions cannot coexist. So therefore, when is it that you perhaps see this? In delusion, Bhranti. In Bhranti, you create a Manomaya Jagat. Then Swapna, in dream, you create a Manomaya Jagat. Manorajya and Smrutishu, in the memory. Astu, Manomayam. Manomayam Astu. Agreed, in these conditions, imaginations, Manorajya, dream, delusion, dream, imagination, memory. In memory, you recall something, then the mental images are created. Then the memory can trigger Manorajya, Manoprapancham. But a physical world is available. When you are able to see the physical world, how can you create the same object, mental image also, mental Manomaya also is not possible. This is the Purvapakshi. So Jagrat manena meyasya na manovayam iti chet. Mane in the manovritti are thought. Meyena yogat vishayakritisya. That we will see. So therefore, Jagrat manena meyasya na manomayam iti chet. So however, with reference to the direct object, meyena, meaning object is available during the experience of the waking world. Meyena Jagrat avastha mein manena meyasya of the perceivable object na mayomayam iti chet. It cannot be called as manomayam. When at the time of perceiving the object, physical world, the object in the physical world, how can one accept that mental manomayam also is created and manomayam is real? How can that manomaya prapancham is considered as real when the direct object is available for you to perceive? So therefore, this is the question raised by Purvapakshi again. So for which Vidyaranya Muni gives answer. I think you understood the question. If it is a class, I would have asked and got the response. But anyway, now I am also not interested to listen to your response. I think you have understood the question. Now the answer is given by Vidyaranya Muni. Very beautiful answer. What is that? भाडं मानेतु मे येन योगात् स्यात् विषयाकृतिः भाष्यवार्तिककाराभ्याम् अयमर्थम् उदीरितः भाडं मानेतु मे येन योगात् स्यात् विषयाकृतिः भाष्यवार्तिककाराभ्याम् Ayamartha udiritaha. Ayamartham udiritaha. Now Vijayamuni says, Bhadam. Bhadam means, yes, you are correct. He said to Purvapakshi, yes, you are correct in your observation that when a physical object is perceived, Manomaya Jagat need not be created, so two cannot exist. That's agreed. Okay, your point is valid. An object is real in the waking plane. When you're perceiving an object of the waking plane, it is real existing in front of you. Don't go here, Vedanta Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. It is real. It is Vyavaharika Satyam. It is real. The object is existing. You are all sitting in your own places and listening to Zoom. Through Zoom, the talk and computer is in front of me. So this is all real. That's right. It's we are in waking Jagat. Agreed. Now question is, the answer essence is, first we will see the essence of the answer. The answer is, my dear, this is, most beautifully explained by Shankaracharya ji. Bhashya Vartikakar. Bhashyakara is Adi Shankaracharya. Vartikakara is Sureshwaracharya ji. They both have explained this in various textbooks. That will come later on. Very beautiful topic it is. See, essence is, understanding is, any experience of any object, whether it is Bhranti, Swapna, Manoradhya, Smurtishu, delusion, imagination or memory. So whether the object, perceived object, whether it is a perception of the object, whether it is in the form of memory, because you memory recalled and perceived the object in the mind, or whether it is imagination, imagined object, or any object, the experience of any object is possible only when tad akara vritti takes place in the mind. That is the crux. Meaning, Where are we seeing the image? Where are we seeing the Jagat? Jagat is out, appears to be outside. Physically we will take. Physical world we will take. Science we will take. Science says when you see an object, the light falls on the object and that light reflects the object. That object is inverted and falls on retina. Again it becomes it gets inverted and go into the brain. And the brain, the image becomes correct. And Vedanta goes further, that image is captured by the mind. So where you are seeing the object at the retina level or at the brain level or at the mind level, where are you perceiving the object that you are seeing? One thing is assured in this sloka, Vijayamani says very beautifully, that is what has been told by Shankaracharya, and any perception of any type in the imagination, memory or physical object, anything, when you say I saw, perception, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, all the experiences can be perceived only when, in the mind, Tadakara Vritti takes place. So therefore, any thought, Vishayakara Vritti is necessary. So any thought you take, it has the shape of the object of experience. Meaning, if you see the pot, the thought, how the thought goes, the thought which is formless, with the Chidabhasa reflected in it, the thought goes out, formless thought goes out, takes the shape of the object, surrounds the object, takes the shape of the object and brings it back to the mind. So only when the shape of the object is created by the thought in the mind and you see it inside, then only the experience of the object is taking place. So it is not that Manomaya is not to be created. The answer is, my dear, whether it is any condition, the Manomaya Srishti only you are seeing it. So therefore experience needs what? Mental registration in the form of an image. So Manasa Vishaya is required. An object has to reach the mind, and with the object shaped by the thought in the shape of the object, thought shapes thought takes shapes itself in the form of an object, and that then only then we can experience the object. See, Bhadam Meyena Yogat Syat Vishayakritihi. Mane means in the manovritti or the thought of object. Meyena yogat, only the thought, meyena object of experience. Bahya vastu, meya. So meyena yogat, only when the thought comes in contact with the external object and takes the shape of that object, then only meyena yogat tadakara vishayakriti syat. Then only that vishayakara, vastu akara, it gets shaped in the form of the object, the thought, and then comes back to your mind. In the mind, you can see the perception of the thought of the object is seen in the mind. So Vishayakara Vritti is necessary. So whether it is a Bahya Vastu or Antarika Vastu, you cannot bypass the formation of the mental image of the object in order to know any object. Think. So one akara, the object, what do you call, the formation of thought of the pot is same. But the difference is in the perception of the image in the mind. Not that somebody is seeing the gold in the place of pot. Both of us are seeing the pot. But the perception of the pot is varying from person to person. So therefore, one thing is common. So you cannot say that Yoshid, how can you differentiate it? Mamsamayi, manomai. But how can these two coexist? There's a question asked. One, we can project only when external world is not there. The teacher says it need not be. Even though the external world is there, you cannot see it unless it creates an image in the mind in the form of in the thought world. The thought takes the form of the object. Then alone the mental image is formed. Then alone your experience of that object takes place. That's why when the mind is absent, even though somebody is standing, we cannot see him. I have not seen him. So Indriyas also are absent. Indriyas are somewhere lost in thinking. So, therefore, what is the answer here? Answer is, very important thing is, whatever you are seeing it, manomiyi only. It's not that stulamayi, bahyamayi, then manomiyi alag alag hai. When these two are there, how can these two be joined? This question is irrelevant, my dear. Whatever it is, you are seeing only the manomaya jagat only. So therefore, mayena yoga, because of the mental vritti's contact with the object, manasa vritti contact with the external object during every perception, like a torch, like the beam emerging out of the torch light. From me, one light emerges out. That goes and takes the shape of the object. So this is a Vijayamani quotation taken from Upadesha Sahasri. All those things. He will explain now, continuing that in taking from Upadesha Sahasri and other thought textbooks, Dakshinamurti Stotram, all that he will take and will explain the thought further. Okay. Now, continuing the same example. I think you are understanding. So what is it today? Whatever you are seeing, Jagat, you are seeing only in the mind. And whatever you perceive that world of which is created in the mind, your perception is unique to yourself. And that perception is conditioned by your past experiences, past vasanas, past knowledge. Some children, sometimes वो दाढ़ी वाला आएगा तुमको ले जाएगा. Children are told this. कोई दाढ़ी वाला, बड़ा भयंकर दाढ़ी वाला, मूछ वाला आएगा, वो राक्षस आएगा, ले जाएगा. Now you create that thought in the mind of the child. Till he grows and understands that every mooch wala, dadi wala is not a rogue or is not a bhoot or prayat, etc. The impression we carry, and then he will, any dadi wala he sees, he has come to him only to take him away, to steal him, to kidnap him. Very dangerous guy. So the perception of that image How did you come to arrive at this knowledge that this every dadi man? Because of your fed with that knowledge, Purva Smriti, Purva Anubhav, Vasana was created. Now the sadhana is when you see image is formed in the mind, but you are just watching that image of the mind without coloring it with your or by your past experience. It is tough job. If you can live like that, you are a great seeker of truth. So how this is happening? Another beautiful example is given. Very simple, gross example is given. मूषासिक्तं यथा ताम्रं तन्निभं जायते तथा रूपादीन् व्याप्नुवच्चित्तं तन्निभं दृश्यते ध्रुवम्. So the external objects assume a particular form. It gives an example. Molten metal. A molten metal, molten in molten condition, a liquid condition, it has not got its own any intrinsic shape. That molten, drava padartha, so molten in a boiling condition, liquid condition, and that is poured in a mold and allowed it to cool itself for some time. So the moment it comes in contact with the mold, the copper, molten copper or whatever metal takes the shape of the mold. Is it not? So, Musha Asiktam Yatha Tamram, the copper, Musha Asiktam poured in the mold, Musha Asiktam, Tannibham Jayate. It takes that shape. Similarly, the mind objectifying itself, coming in contact with different objects, takes the form of the objects. Rupadin vyapnuvat chittam tannibham drushyate dhruvam. So similarly, thought also is compared to a molten metal. When thought is when it's going out, it is not yet shaped. The thought is a molten metal. And the mold is object. The thought goes and takes the shape of the object. And that shaped object, you can recognize it as this and that and that. So another example is given that I think we will take up the next month class. But remember, we are at this discussion of that Manomayi. Everything is Manomayi. Every perception has to pass the gateway of the formation of the image in the mind. Then only we can see the Jagat. So that is the condition. Whether it is through imagination or smrutishu, bhranti, in anywhere, or direct perception, everything has gateway. One common gateway is it has to form the image, has to be created in the mind. That will be image we see. And the perception of the image varies from person to person, jiva to jiva. So continuing the same example like copper example, another example is given that we can see later on in the next class, which is next month. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Sat Gurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you. Hari Om.